how are you? Welcome to my kitchen. Today I am making easy pork stir fry for our farmers in the field. I am back from the dead, so to speak. We had Pukesgiving here where I was tending to sick family for about the last week, and then it finally got me. So I have been down and out the last week, and I'm glad to finally feel good enough to get on camera and be able to cook like a normal person, because I had literally like the last 2 days I've been eating like saltine crackers and sipping on Gatorade, and like 2 crackers does not get you far, but that was all I could handle. Anyway, you don't want to hear about my stomach troubles. Hey Jen, I just wanted to show you what I'm making. We are back in the field. We are combining corn again. This is the weirdest farm season ever, as I think anyone in probably North America would attest. But whatever, it is what it is, right? When we signed up to farm, we knew what we were doing, sort of. We just never imagined how crazy it could be. So I do have the recipe for you pasted in the description of the video, but I wanted to show you how I'm gonna make this work for me in less than 20 minutes and still get a nice healthy meal and something warm for them out in the field. So this is a pork stir fry recipe. You can make it from fresh. I actually have it made as a freezer meal. So I have my pork tenderloin already cut up, and I've got my stir fry sauce and mix already done. One of the shortcuts I'm gonna be using, actually 2 of them, I'm gonna be using minute rice, though you certainly could cook rice the traditional way or put it in your slow cooker. I'm also gonna use some steamer veggies. So I'm gonna just pop these into the microwave and get them going. I'm gonna get my water going for the rice, and then I'm gonna get the pork going. So my pork is like 95% thawed, and at this point I'm not gonna even worry about it too much because it's already cut up. It's gonna cook super fast, and I don't have a lot of time to spare. So that's why I like using pork. Pork is a great way to kind of speed along the process. It cooks a lot like chicken, very fast, and especially when it's cut up already, super lean, healthy, and one of my go-tos for weeknight meals, but also for field meals. So I'm gonna get that started. Then all I'm gonna do is basically make my own stir-fry sauce, guys. And if you buy this in the store, it is so easy for you to make at home. Plus it doesn't have any of that funky stuff in it. You probably have what you need in the refrigerator already, and you don't have one more condiment jar hogging your fridge. So here's how we're gonna make our stir-fry sauce. All it is a little bit of water, some honey. We're gonna put a little bit of cornstarch. You could use arrowroot, just something in there to help thicken our stir-fry. And that is it, but it's gonna give you great flavor. You guys already have this stuff anyway, right? So why go crazy? And soy sauce. So you could use soy sauce, you could use tamari, you could use coconut aminos if you don't want to do those other things. If you're gluten-free, that might be a good option for you. But anyway, my point is, it's not hard to make this little sauce. And like I said, mine is made in advance just because this is a freezer meal. But basically all it's going to work out to is me cooking out the pork, which is just going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to put the veggies in and the stir-fry sauce, let it bubble up and get cooked through, or it'll already be cooked through, but warmed through and thicken a little bit, and then I'm gonna serve it over this minute rice. So it's a super easy meal to throw together for a weeknight meal. Our kids love this, and it gets rave reviews on my blog, so I wanted to make sure you guys knew about it. Here's how I take it out into the field, or if you ever need to-go containers. Because everything's a one in the bowl, I use these containers with the lid, and I'm gonna just put some rice, some veggies, and meat in here before we go out, and I'll take some silverware and some napkins and maybe some apple slices if I'm feeling really adventurous out in the field. So if you guys have any questions on how to make this recipe, like I said, I'm just gonna be here finishing the meat. I'll add the steamer veggies, though you could certainly use just a frozen veggie blend. If you wanted to get really crazy, you could use fresh veggies. But the freezer veggies are just such an easy way. They still have the nutritional value that you want, sometimes even more so than the fresh veggies in the store, because they're picked, they're packed, and they're frozen, kind of locking in all that nutrition profile. So definitely do not shy away from frozen veggies, especially if you're like me and you live in a rural area. It's really nice to have healthy ingredients that I can pull from the freezer and not have to, you know, go 30 miles to the grocery store. Grace is saying, awesome, I'm gonna try it on my farmers. Yeah, it is always, this one always gets a win. And I feel like it keeps them nice and full without being too heavy. So they're able to eat a nice lunch, but still go back to work and not fall asleep at the wheel. Like auto steer is nice, but you still gotta be awake. So my minute rice, like I said, I'm totally taking a shortcut here. I don't use it that often. I have to read the instructions. So basically, it looks like it's pretty much a no-brainer, except for I can't find my measuring cup, which is probably right in front of me. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm making rice for 4. If we have leftover, great. And I'm gonna just dump it in here, then I turn off the heat. So 1. I'm using a liquid measure cup because I don't want to wash an extra dish. This is why I'm not a professional chef. This is why you should like me. Because the pros would go through way too many dishes, and I'm like, hey, let's figure out how we can keep this as simple as possible. Okay, so that's going. This is just minute rice. You can get brown minute rice. You can make it in the slow cooker with regular rice. And like I said, my pork wasn't quite thawed. It was almost, and it's in pieces, so it's coming along really nice. Could put a little bit of oil in the pan. It's a non-stick pan, so technically I don't need it, and I'm trying to keep this really heart healthy for my farmers. So we're almost ready to go. If you guys have any questions about what it is that I feed farmers in the field, or what you might want for easy weeknight meals, I've got tons of resources, so feel free to like reach out to ask when you see me on these videos. If you want to send me a message or an email, I'm always happy to point you guys. I've got so much content that it's hard. I know where everything is, but sometimes I forget too. But I can find it. I've got the resources to be able to send it to you so you don't have to look too hard. All right. We're just going to cook this until it starts to not be quite so pink. It's still a few spots here. In the meantime, I'm going to go open my veggies. It calls for 24 ounces of veggies. This is a 12-ounce bag. It's fine. It's just food. And I can think of some people who will probably be happy that it's not a bigger portion. Okay, so my rice is going. It just needs a few minutes. This recipe, seriously, not including water, we're not going to count the water, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients plus olive oil. So it doesn't get much easier than that. And it's healthy. So okay, so my pork is just about there. And what I'm going to do is add so my instructions say remove the pork and set aside, but we're taking shortcuts here today because lunchtime is in about 15 minutes. So all I'm going to do is just add everything to the pan. So I'm going to add my reserved sauce, and this is just water, cornstarch, honey, and soy sauce. So I'm going to add this to it. I have a little bit that overflowed, which is why I double bag them. Put that in. I'm going to dump in the veggies, so everything's going in here. I have to say, you know how we all have our we all have our quirks. These baby corns freak me out. I will not eat them, but other people will. Do these freak out anybody else? What are they? They're not the corn we grow in our fields. Oh, Duke, stop. Okay, so that's all gonna go. I'm gonna bring it to a boil and then raise it to a simmer. I got the dog all wild. He doesn't like baby corn either. Okay, Kelly, sorry, hang on. Please hold, there's a bird. Duke. Duke tends to be a little high strung, in case you guys haven't noticed. I think you know that. This was an Asian veggie medley, Kelly. So it has broccoli, carrots, baby cob corn, and sugar snap peas. You can buy anything, just a broccoli and carrot blend, really whatever you like can go in here. So that's it. I've got my rice is just about done. I'm gonna pop it here with the fork, give you a quick show. So the rice is just about done. I'm gonna let it sit for a few more minutes. And then I'm ready to plate this up and head out to the field. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for hopping on here with me. I'm glad to be back into the world of the living and the healthy. And we will talk to you soon. Stay tuned for some more healthy recipes. Talk to you later. Bye.